5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for launch.
These are what we have been calling our V2 Minis. The full-size V2 satellites are designed to be flown on Starship, while V2 Minis have been modified to fly inside of our payload fairing on board Falcon 9. After liftoff and stage separation, the booster is scheduled to land on our drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas, and you can see an amazing view of that on your screen right there.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
LD, go for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Vehicle pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 30 seconds into flight, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 at 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time.
Power and telemetry nominal.
And we are throttling down the engines in preparation for max Q.
Vehicle supersonic. Max Q.
And there's that call out. We've just passed through max Q. Shortly after MVAC ignition, we will also separate the fairing, and the two fairing halves will fall back down to Earth. Those few events coming up here in a few seconds: MECO, stage separation, SES-1, and fairing separation.
Main engine cut off.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
And there we've had MECO's stage separation and the ignition of the MVAC engine. You can see the first stage on your left-hand screen. The grid fins are now deploying with an awesome view of the Earth in the background. The MVAC engine ignited on the second stage.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And a really cool view of the fairing being separated from the second stage. We will attempt to recover the fairing halves with our recovery vessel, Doug, today. Now, coming up here shortly will be the entry burn for the first stage vehicle. This will be 3 of 9 engines reigniting.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there you can see on your left-hand screen, the engines have reignited. This is just under a 20-second burn and helps to slow the vehicle down as it's entering back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
And you can see that the entry burn has shut down. Now we're just under a minute away from the landing burn on the first stage. This will be a single engine, the Center E9 engine, reigniting on the vehicle. The M1D engines have about 190,000 pounds of thrust, so this is just enough thrust to slow the vehicle down right before touchdown.
Stage 1 transonic.
And you heard that call out, stage 1 is transonic. This means that the vehicle is traveling near the speed of sound.
Start a terminal guidance.
Very shortly after stage 1 landing.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And there's that landing burn startup. So let's watch as Falcon 9 touches down on our drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas.
Landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And some cheers there. The Stage 1 vehicle has touched down on a shortfall of gravitas. We've got some really awesome daytime views of that landing.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Now, this landing for Falcon 9 marks our 186th overall landing of an orbital class rocket, including Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy missions. And with confirmation of successful first stage landing and second engine cutoff, that wraps up our coverage for now. Be sure to check our social media for confirmation of Starlink satellite deployment.